Eliza. How can I help you today? Uh-huh. Yes, absolutely. I'm sure we can do that for you. Right. Okay, sure. We can do all of that. So I'm just going to begin by having a look. So if you don't mind, just hold still. I'm just going to come in with my magnifying glass and just having a look around. Okay. Right. Okay, could you just look down for me, please? Okay, good. Okay. And look, can you look to the side for me, please? Yeah, okay. And look up. And to the left. Okay, I'm just going to use my light to have a better look. So just a small light coming in now. It's not very bright, it's just like this. Okay. So, yeah, I see. Alright. And how long would you say it's been kind of in this current condition? Uh-huh. Have you had any big life changes recently? Yeah, because all those things can kind of have an impact on your aura. Which is a very important thing to consider when we are doing what we are doing today. Okay, I'm also just going to take some measurements, just kind of out here. Right, okay. And that was in inches, so I don't really know what it meant. Okay, so this is about 25 centimeters. Okay. And then on the diagonal, it's about here, that's 25. And on this diagonal, it's about there. Does that seem about right to you? About this length? Yeah, okay. Good, I'm just gonna ask, I'm just gonna check some details. So, did you say, do you have pets or no? Okay. And what was your favorite color? Okay. Okay, and is your home decorated with any particular colors or like styles? Okay. Right, good. Yeah. No, we just don't want anything to clash, you know. Okay. Good. And what did you have for breakfast today, did you say? Right, okay. Okay, so I do think that for you, what I would recommend would be this classic pillar LED candle. So it is, I'll just show you the measurements. It is just 15 centimeters long, and the circumference is 23. Okay. So I'll just show you how it sounds to tap. Because I know that is an important consideration for you. So it is obviously a fake LED candle. It has a kind of, although it is plastic, it has a kind of slightly sticky almost texture, which can be really nice to feel and to tap. But it does slightly pick up dust, lint, things like that. I'm not sure if you can tell because the pieces are very, very fine. You can see here is a little piece of dust right here. There's a little piece of dust right here. Yeah, here's another hair. And you can't, it's not very visible, the dust or the hairs, but you'll always know that it's there. Okay, so that's just something to bear in mind. I will show you it switched on if you are ready. Okay, so this is it switched on. As you can see, I'll show you up close. It has a really beautiful, delicate, flickering light, and the wick, so to speak, is actually flexible, so you can move it around if you want to. Just to give you an idea of the kind of light that it emits, I'll just bring it in and out of your field of vision just so that you can see. So for example, if you just looked over here, bring the light in and out. So that is the kind of light it gives off. Just showing you again on this side. Okay, so this is the one that I would most recommend for you. It does also have this kind of wavy top to mimic a melted candle and a hole in the middle, like it goes down like this. Okay, so this is the one that I would recommend for you in your specific case. I think it would work really nicely. We do another one that I would also recommend would be the half size. So it is very similar. It has all of the same features, the same kind of texture, but it is just a little bit more portable. This one can be cumbersome slightly, whereas the half size is really portable. So I'll just show you this one as well. As you can see, it is very similar. The amount of light it gives off, it's very similar. Yeah, and just on this side as well, so you can see. Yes, and it does have the same kind of texture. The tapping sound is just ever so slightly different because of the difference in size, but I'll just let you hear that now. Okay, so it's just ever so slightly different, but it's still quite a rich, satisfying sound, I think. And if anything, it's slightly easier to tap on the smaller size because it's not so cumbersome, like I said. It has the same wavy top, it has the same movable wick, and this beautiful flickering, gently flickering, warm light. Neither of these are scented, they are just like this. Okay, so what do you think might suit you best? You'd like to go for the small size. I think that's a really wonderful decision. So you can go home with this small size with you today. So the price is £2, and that doesn't include batteries. If you would like us to include batteries, then that is an additional 50p, so it will come to £2.50. Would you like the batteries included, or you would? Okay, great. So I will send you on your way with this beautiful half candle, and batteries included. I'll get my assistant to just wrap this up for you. Can you wrap this up? Okay, great, thanks. There we go. So while that is being taken care of, then we can take care of the other things that you said you wanted to do today. So I do have this jar here with some of the pom-poms and googly eyes that you mentioned. I think the googly eyes won't be so necessary for us today, but these pom-poms are really what's going to help us. So let's start with the 2 blues, okay? So I'm just having a look at how your face reacts. Just looking at micro changes. Okay, so this is a lighter shade of blue and the darker shade of blue. I do think that the darker shade of blue really complements your eyes. But I think overall your complexion is a little bit washed out with the dark blue, whereas your face is really brightened and radiant with the light blue. So I would definitely recommend light blue pom-poms over dark blue ones. Let's have a look now. I will compare the pink and I'll compare the orange and the purple, sorry. Okay, so I have the orange and the purple. Okay, interesting. So the orange is bringing out some of the warmth in your skin, but I don't know if it's slightly overpowering your features. Whereas the purple, I think, is really complementing and not competing, right? Okay, so you are definitely a purple. And then finally we will have a look at the yellow and pink and see what, oops, that's a purple. Let's try to grab a pink. Okay, let me have a look. I have a suspicion. Okay, yeah, it's definitely the yellow that is really highlighting your natural radiance more than the pink. The pink isn't a bad colour for your aura, but it's not enhancing it as much as the yellow is. So I think that if I were you, then I would really stick with the yellow, purple and light blue palette. Okay, this is your palette. Great. So now that that is decided, then we can move into the eye exam. All right. So I'll just begin by shining the light into your eyes. If you could just look at my left ear, please. Okay. 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 Alright, can you look at my right ear, please? I'll hide this one. Look at this one. Okay. Okay, that's very good. Okay, that is very good. I'm going to use this to gently puff a tiny bit of air into your eyes. If you could just look at my finger. Okay, and just blink a few times. And now look at my finger and try not to blink. Okay, and now you can blink. Good. I'm looking at this finger. Again, try not to blink right now. Okay, and you can blink. And one more time looking at my finger. Okay, and blink. Alright, good. I'm just going to put a few eye drops in now. Okay, so if you could just tilt your head up and open your eyes, keep your eyes open. Okay, you blink a few times. Good, and the other eye. Okay, blink a few times. Okay, I think we need just one more drop in each eye. So let me just grab a few more. Okay, once again, head back, eyes open. Drop, good. You can blink a few times. Good, and once again, just another drop. Okay, and blink a few times. Good. So it looks to me like your eyes are in perfect condition. I think that your eyes are definitely, your eyesight is definitely good enough to pilot a plane, so I wouldn't worry about that at all. I do just need to do a little bit of tinkering, okay? So if you could just hold still, okay? And let me just, wait, okay, just hold still. Tinka, tinka. Tinka, tinka. Tinka, tinka. Tinka, tinka. Okay, can you follow my finger? Yeah, okay, just hold still. Tinka. Okay, and once again following my finger. Any issues with this? And this? Okay. Tinka. Tinka. Okay, and just tinka. Okay, once again following my finger. Up and down. Good, 1 second. Just going to ask you to hold one of these just by your right ear, please. Okay, good. And just hold it right there. Okay, good. And can you switch sides, please, on your left side? Good. Okay, good. Now you can just relax. Alright, and just close your eyes. I'm just going to do some tinkering, 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 tinkering. Okay, there we are. So, how does that feel now? Wonderful. Good. Well, I'm so glad I could help you out today. Good. I'm very glad to hear that. Please come back anytime if you need anything. You know where I am. So, okay. Thank you. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.